The O1 family of models. You've surely seen it in the news boasting its Ph.D. level performance. But what does that really mean for businesses? Let's find out. So what can O1 do that previous models could not? Well, first of all, it can do math, calculating aggregate statistics on a dataset. It can detect correlations in one or many datasets that you give it, and that allows it to do a deeper analysis than was ever possible before, emitting unprecedented insights. Let's have a look at what we mean by this. We'll start with a retail example. In this case, we're going to give it two disparate datasets. The first one contains single store sales data for August 2024 for a fictional store, and the second one contains staffing data for that same store. We pipe that data directly into the prompt, and we ask for some insights as to what's driving sales, how we might increase it, and how we might change staffing in the future. The O1 model does not disappoint. At the top, we can see where it is calculating some aggregated metrics about our dataset. Based on those metrics, it comes up with some ways to increase sales. It notes that our purchase rate on weekends is not as high as on other days. This is fascinating because this particular dataset did not include the days of the week, and so it correctly inferred which days were weekends. It's clearly found a correlation between low staffing levels on weekends and lower purchase rates. And so it recommends that we increase the weekend staffing, and even suggests that we put up self-checkout kiosks to reduce the need for staffing during high traffic times. Let's try a banking scenario with the O1 model. We're going to do a little sell-side research. Sell-side research is generally derived from data given on things like SEC filings. And so, for the fictional company Contoso, we will feed the O1 model its income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and valuation data for the last 4 years, and ask it to generate for us a sell-side research report. The results are indeed remarkable. There's a clear investment thesis here, a sell recommendation. O1 does the math and calculates the compound annual growth rate and margin. It performs an analysis on the P/E ratio and the enterprise value to EBITDA and other such metrics, and it's with this analysis that it justifies its price target. All in all, this is a pretty good-looking sell-side research report. Now let's consider the potential of the O1 model for a media and entertainment company. Here we give O1 ticketing data from a recent event, and we ask it to analyze who spent the most on tickets and who bought the highest quantity of tickets. Once again, O1 comes through. First, tabulating the number of tickets purchased and the total amounts paid, and then giving us an analysis of the attributes of those top spenders. We see it take the same approach for the highest quantity purchasers. And finally, it gives us some useful insights and patterns that it drew from this data. And it even gives us a recommendation for driving future high-volume ticket sales. Finally, we would be remiss if we did not mention O1's rather advanced ability to write code. Here we ask it to make a self-contained HTML page with a playable Space Invaders game written entirely in JavaScript. O1 happily obliges, giving us this code. Running its code in the browser, we find that indeed it's given us a Space Invaders game. It's worked on the first try.